Well, hey there everybody, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night, and welcome back to my channel as always on Deluxe. Alright, let's do another freaking Transformer review because I love some freaking Transformers. Today we take a look at, this is a Transformers and Monster Hunter crossover. This is Liolaeus, I think that's how you say it, I'll probably say it wrong, Prime. You can also call him Rathalos Prime is what you're going to call him too as well. But love the box art. I don't know anything about the Monster Hunter thing, all that stuff. So, I'm just going to do the review just because I love Transformers and, I love Optimus Prime too as well. But this looks really good as far as the box art. It looks really nice. I love that picture. It looks good. And then you got the T-Spark thing. You got the 40th anniversary, Monster Hunter's 20th anniversary, which is cool. All right. And you got this right here. And I know somebody's going to tell me in the comments, you need to look up, Monster Hunter, which I probably will. But right now I'm just going to review this guy. So he is, by the looks of, he is a heavy retool of Air Racer. You can tell by the feet and everything. And I've seen some pictures where basically just a dragon on Optimus Prime on his back. But that looks pretty cool. You got the Matrix and everything. You got a sword, all that good stuff. We'll look at that. This box is really light. At first, when I lifted it up, I was like, is there anything in here? So it's really light and everything. But yeah, let's get right to it. So like I said, like, share, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. And follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. Go to the show Z. Buy some Transformers. Deluxe 32 at the top. Really helps out the channel. Join the membership. You can get join the button down there at the bottom. Really helps out the channel as well. So let's get right to it. And let's review. This is Transformers Monster Hunter crossover Liolaeus Prime. All right, let's get right to it, man. Look at that box art, man. That's beautiful, man. Good stuff. All right, let's take a quick look at what he comes with. Instructions, and I like their instructions. Nice big pictures, easy to follow, really good. All right, so he does come with a Matrix, which is nicely done. Gold with red in there, and silver is painted too as well. Very nice, I like it. All right, comes with a little shield. Love the spikes and everything, and it does open up. Got some orange paint in there. Very nice. That's kind of a top of shield, kind of his tail. So he has parts forming, oh no, parts forming. It's okay. It's all right. It's no big deal. It's not that serious. All right. Then he gets a sword. Really like the sword. Very nicely done. Love the yellow and the orange, how it blends in together. I love when they do that. And that is nicely done. Nice paint and everything. So very nice. All right. So there you go. That is everything he comes with. Alrighty, so here he is in his alt mode. He's a dragon, fire-breathing dragon. Looks pretty good. I like it. He does have a wingspan. I love how you can extend these out. It is pretty good. Love the paint on this guy, man. Love the red. Got the nice scaly kind of feel to it. Feels really good. It's got the black, the red, and got this kind of a tannish kind of like there. But I love how it fades into it. Looks really good. You got the spikes up here. Looks really nice. Once again, tons of details and sculpt work. Really nicely done with that. I like that. And here's his the shield and the sword right here. Like I said, it's parts forming and it's parts of the tail and everything. Looks good. You got the legs and everything. Like I said, it is a retool of their Air Racer. Some blue paint right here. Got the claws, little toes right there. Here's the head sculpt for the dragon. I think it looks pretty good. You can open up the mouth. Got the blue eyes. Got the nice paint in there. They got the tongue and everything. And they painted the teeth the same color. That's weird. But I like it. Looks good. Very nice. And this a little bit, you do got a gap right here. Not the prettiest thing in the world. Not terrible. All right. So as far as articulation with this, so you do have a up and down with the neck. And like I said, you can open up the mouth. And it does move as well. Is that on a ball peg? No, it's on a hinge. I think that since this is just a one hole, like I said, it's an Optimus Prime with a dragon on his back. They could have made a side to side. I think they could have done that. That would have been really nice to give it more, expression or something like that. Because like I said, it just goes up and down. And you do got a twist to it. But I kind of wish they would have put a hinge right here on side to side. That would have been pretty good. But I do like the dragon head sculpt. Looks good. Like I said, got the scales going on. Looks very nice. All right, with the wings, you got a 1, 2, 3. You got a tons of movement for the wings. They're nicely hinged and everything. Like I said, you do got this. I already showed that. It goes out about right there. That's very nice. So you do got tons of that movement for there. And the legs, they are tabbed in right in here, just like Air Racer does. So basically you get the hinge right here and the hinge right here, and the foot's on a ball peg, so you get the up and down swivel. Nice little rocker right there. Now you can untab if you want to get more, articulation with the legs. With that, you can use the ball peg right here. That's pretty good, but most of the time you just got to tab it in and it'll be good to go. There's a tab. Let me tab it back in there. Okay, you got that. You do have a hole right here, and once again you can use the stand, which this is a 5.2 toy stand, and you can definitely use this to display if you don't, if you want to use the stand like this. Let me raise the camera up a little bit, and that looks pretty cool. I like that. I really like how it displays like that. I definitely may display it like that whenever I get my collection up. Yeah, very nice. So yeah, you can definitely use the stand. Any one that you have. I think it's like a 3mm port or something like that. Very nice. All right. So there he is in his dragon mode. I think it looks really good. Like I just said, I wish he could use his head, like a little, side-to-side action going on. That would have been pretty cool. But there he is. Dragon mode. Looks pretty good. Nice little wingspan. Alrighty, so there is Wheelie. Here is Magic Square Prowl. And also throw in, there's Slag for Magic Square as well. Throw in New Age Toxitron. Here's Sunstreaker from New Age. Alright, so here is Optimus Prime, Studio Series Optimus Prime. Here is Deluxe Siege Red Alert. And here is Dustbuster Jazz. I'll throw in one more. Here is a Fans Toys Jazz to show how pretty big, with the wingspan. So there you go. There's the scale for you. All right, here he is back from Transformation. This is Liolaeus Prime. I think that's how you say it. I think it looks pretty cool. I love the spikes and everything, all the scale dragon things. You got this, his wings acts like a trench coat, I guess, a little bit. I don't know, looks pretty good. I love the head sculpt. Looks very nice. Looks like he's wearing goggles. Looks nice. Got some baby blue eyes up there. That's very nice. All this silver. Nicely done on the paint jobs, man. You do got some nice silver throughout. Really, brings out the sculpt work and everything. I really like that. Silver down here. You got some blue paint down here as well. And on the feet, he's got the chicken feet. I mean, it looks good. All right. On the back, once again, it's just a dragon on Optimus Prime's back. That's a backpack for you right there, buddy. Yeah. All right. So we'll go over articulation real quickly. All right. So you can look down a little bit. You can look up a little bit. You may have to, detach the dragon a little bit, but you do get on this little thing right here, and you can look up. So that's pretty good, like that. You can go all the way around and give you a little attitude as well. It's on a ball peg, I think, ball peg hinge right there. That's pretty good. All right, the 80s when working shoulder pads, they do move as well a little bit. So you can go out to about right there, not the full 90, almost close to it and everything. You can go all the way around, which is good. You got to manipulate around the wings. These do kind of get in the way. You got these little parts, these parts forming right here that came off the legs. They do in there. You can leave them on the legs if you want to, but they can go on the arms. You do got a nice little knee bend or elbow bend, which is good. You got a bicep swivel and nothing for that. Well, I guess you got a little up and down a little bit, but it breaks up the sculpt right there. That's just for transformation. So you got that. Very nice. All right, try to get these out of the way. Like I say, same articulation for the wings that you had in Dragon mode. Do have a waist swivel. I guess you can go all the way around. You got to manipulate around everything, but you do got that full one right there. Van Damme, all day, every day. You do got the front skirt. It is on a hinge. You can move that up right there, so you can kick up. About that far back, you do run into everything right there. You get no thigh swivel, but you do have a knee swivel. You got a nice knee bend. You get the full knee bend, which is good. You got this thing right here that's on a hinge. You can do that. You can leave it like that if you want to. I may leave it like that. That looks a little better. But yeah, you can flip those around like that. All right, the feet, same thing. You do got this little hinge just because of transformation. You can use it. You do got up and down, swivel, and a little rocker. Not much of one, but you got that. So that's nice. All right, like I said, the wings do come fold like that. Kind of gives him like a trench coat kind of feel to him. So there you go. All right, so he can hold, let me bring in the accessories and everything. He can hold the Matrix, double-fisted, giggity, and everything. So you can hold that if you want to, which is pretty good. You can hold that, or you can store it on his back, or back here. So right here, if you move the wings out like that, do that. There is a little place right here, that little thing right there. If you want to, I can get this right there. You just, got the hole right there, and you just place it right there if you want to store it right there. So that's a nice little storage plane right there. I wouldn't do it like this too as well. You can do it like that, but it's supposed to go like that. All right, so you do got the shield, and you will have to take this off, or actually, yeah, you'll have to take this off to use the shield. If I can take this off, golly, it is sharp, be careful. So if you want to use it as a shield, you can do that, which is pretty cool. And then he can hold the sword just like normal, like that sword, like I said, like it's paint right there. You can do that, or you can take this. You can, like I said, I showed you, spread it open like that real quick, and then it does have a slot right there, and you can use this like that. So I like that, pretty cool. So you can use it like that too as well. You can use it on the other side. So yeah, there you go. All right, so there you go. There's articulation, and there is how you can use the accessories. Pretty cool. Oh, real quick, I want to show you, I forgot to show you this part with the shield. Stand up for me. All right, so you got this part, you call it the sword. This does come down, it's on a little hinge right here. And if you want to hold it instead of putting it on his forearm, you have that option too as well. Sorry, I went back through the instructions and saw that. So yeah, you can hold the shield too as well if you don't want to take these little things off and everything. So there you go. All right, there is next to Siege Optimus Prime. And there is Deluxe Sideswipe. I don't know if I mentioned, but he is Deluxe Scale. And there is Brawn and Gears. And there's Core Class Wheelie and Tits McGee Retgar. And there's some scale for you. And Crapagonics, Crappy Toilet Paper, AAA Battery, Carmex, Care Bears, Kicker, and Squeaks. More scale. Well, hey there, everybody. If you made it this far, as always, I freaking appreciate that. All right, final thoughts on this is the Transformers crossover with Monster Hunters. This is Liolaeus Prime. I hope that's how you say it. More likely it's not. But yeah, overall, I like him. I think he's pretty cool. He does have some issues, but overall, I like the Dragon mode. Like I said, it is a heavy retool of the Air Razor. But you know, it looks pretty good in Dragon mode. You know, I did add the blast effect. You know, I did go over that, but I kind of wish they had like a little port or something to have a little. If they would give them like a fire blast effect, that would have been pretty cool. But I added mine on, and everything that's pretty good. But yeah, nice wingspan. Like I said, I love the wings, the feel of them, and the fading in of the paint and everything. I love that. It looks really good. So I like the Dragon mode. Good transformation is real easy. Shouldn't take you that hard to or take you that long to figure it out. It is parts forming, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It really is not a big deal. But yeah, as far as the bot mode, looks pretty good too as well. Articulation is pretty decent, but like I said, these wings do get in the way. I do like the concept of them kind of like having a trench coat. That's pretty cool. But you know, they do get in the way when you're trying to pose them. If you like to pose your Transformers, you do got to move these out of the way. But they are nicely articulated, you know, with a couple of hinges, so that's pretty good. Paint wise, really good, man. Lots of silver. You got some of this navy bluish kind of thing with the spikes. But yeah, tons of silver paint. Really brings out the sculpt work and everything. I like that. I like the head sculpt. You kind of got like goggles going on with Optimus Prime, which is nice. You know, it is. You know, he does have the huge backpack. You know, just the dragon basically just sitting on there. But it's not bad. I mean, I like it. It looks pretty cool. I like the concept of it. Love the weapons. You know, I love the sword. It is nicely painted once again and faded in with that orange and yellow. And then you can use the shield as kind of like a battering thing or something like that, or a melee weapon. That's pretty cool. I like that. And you can use it as a shield too as well. You do get a matrix. That's pretty cool as well. And you can store it in the back. Materials feel good. You know, I didn't think I was going to break anything. But yeah, overall, not a bad outing for, like I said, I don't know anything about Monster Hunters, anything like that. But this is a pretty cool concept. I do like it. They do got a silver one coming. I have that on pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. But I'm going to get that one too as well. But yeah, overall, really like it. I forgot to mention, the box is huge. You know, once again, Hasbro said, F the trees. Look at this little thing. Even in Dragon mode, it's still, I don't know. You know, they did it with Studio Series Megatron. They did it with some other ones. It's just like, it didn't need a box that big, really, to be honest. This is a deluxe figure. They could have put it in a smaller box, but yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, hope you like my review. Hit me up some likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. Hit me on some comments. Tell me thought of the review. What do y'all got to think of this guy? What do y'all think of the crossover? I like most of the crossovers they've done so far over the years. They're pretty good. So follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. Go to Show Z. Buy some Transformers. At the top, hit Deluxe 32. It really helps out the channel. And if you want to become a member, hit the join button down there. And I guess I'll see you in the next Transformer review. And as always, be good to yourself. Hell freaking Transformers. Hell freaking this guy, man. Pretty badass. I like it. I love the new head sculpt. I love the dragon. He's just like laying on and like taking a break, you know. It's like I'm resting and everything. So it's pretty cool. All right, let's bash some baby. No. Oh, boom, 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 boom. All over. Come on, let's go. What do y'all think about this guy? Man, Optimus Prime, he look pretty badass. Yeah, I do, man. Look at that. I got a dragon on my back, man. That's a backpack for you right there. Man, he just talked to you like that. I wonder if he whispers in his ear, hey, what are you doing? Hey, I'm back here. You see me? You feel me? Yeah. Gigging. That was weird. Hey, you feel me? On your back. Jeebus. Come on now. Pause. Now, folks.